सबको क्षमा कर दो। कोई अज्ञान में, कोई ज्ञान से कुछ भी कुछ करे, क्षमा कर दो, जिससे आपको तकलीफ नहीं होगी। क्योंकि क्षमा करिए या न करिए, आप करते क्या, कुछ भी नहीं। पर जब आप क्षमा नहीं करते हैं तब आप अपने को सताते हैं और तंग करते हैं। और जिस आदमी ने आपको दुख दिया, तकलीफ दी, हो तो मजे में बैठा है। तो इस तरह से आप देखें कि कोई ऐसी बात हो और उसे आप क्षमा करने की आदत डाल दें। दूसरी बात जो कही है उन्होंने कि तुम आत्मा हो, इस आत्मा को जानो। आत्मा को तो कोई छू नहीं सकता, नष्ट नहीं कर सकता, उसको सता नहीं सकता। अगर आप वो आत्मा स्वरूप है तो उसमें रममाण होना चाहिए। लेकिन इस आत्मा तत्व को प्राप्त करने के लिए आप जानते हैं कि कुंडलिनी का जागरण होना जरूरी है। और कुंडलिनी के जागरण के बाद उसमें स्थित होना पड़ता है, उसमें बैठना पड़ता है। जब तक आप उसमें स्थित नहीं होंगे तब तक आप छोटी छोटी बातों में उलझे रहेंगे। तो अपने में समाना आना चाहिए, अपने ही अंदर समाना चाहिए। अपने अंदर जब आप समाने लग जाएंगे तो आपके अंदर एक नितांत शांति प्राप्त हो और आप विचलित नहीं होंगे। इस शांति के दायरे में जब आप रहेंगे तो आपको आश्चर्य होगा कि आप जो छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए हर समय परेशान रहते थे वो नहीं रहे। आत्मा के आनंद में आप डूबे रहेंगे। इस आत्मा को प्राप्त करने के लिए मैंने कहा कि कुंडलिनी का जागरण अत्यावश्यक है, उसके बगैर हो नहीं सकता। पर होने पर भी, जागरण होने पर भी लोग भटकते रहते, तो भी वो गहन नहीं आते। तो केंद्र बिंदु अगर आपका आ गया है और उसके और लक्ष्य करके अगर आप देखें तो आप समझ जाएंगे ये आज्ञा चक्र आपको घुमा रहा है। इस आज्ञा चक्र की वजह से आप चक्करों में पड़े हुए, विचारों के चक्करों में पड़े हुए, नाना तरह के उपाधियां इससे लग रही। पर जब इस आज्ञा चक्र को आप लांघ जाएंगे, इससे परे आप चले जाएंगे, तब आप में ये जो व्यथा है ये खत्म हो जाएगी। इसलिए आज्ञा चक्र का महात्म्य माना जाता है। यहां तक कि बाइबल में लिखा हुआ है कि जो आदमी माथे पे टीका लगाकर आएगा वो बचेगा। लिखा है साहब, वो सहयोगी होंगे। और कौन होगा? काम तो प्रचंड है। वो 12 आदमी थे, आप लोग हजारों हैं, लेकिन एक एक आदमी ने वहां जो मेहनत की है उसके एक सहस्त्रांश भी आप लोग करें तो न जाने कहां से कहां ये कार्य फैल सकता। अब मेरे लिए तो यही एक आधार है कि आप लोग सहयोग को बढ़ाएंगे और सारे विश्व में इसे फैलाएंगे। I'm sorry I had to speak in Hindi language because most of the people who are here are understanding Hindi only. When I am abroad, all the time I am speaking English, nothing else but English language. And then I want to have some change for a while. Regarding today's great advent of Shri Jesus Christ, I told them that he came on this earth with a very great mission. I would say one of the greatest vision, because he wanted to open the Agya Chakra, which was so constricted and could not be done before. For that he had to sacrifice his life. By that sacrifice only, the great Agya could be opened. He was aware of it. He knew that it has to happen, that he has to somehow accept this sacrifice. As it is, he was a divine personality. He had no problem in doing so, but he thought that could be some other way there by which you can open this Sahajyog Chakra. But he had to sacrifice his life. And in that sacrifice, he has shown that if you have to rise above this mundane, superficial life, you have to, in a way, sacrifice. Sacrifice what? Sacrifice all your 6 enemies. But with the Kundalini awakening, all these 6 enemies completely get detached. Depends on how your Kundalini has risen. If she has risen in a perfect manner, then I have seen people at the first shot, they just become completely self-realized. Of course, there are very few, but they have been. While I see most of you have little problems, and for most of you it is the problem of the Agya Chakra. How do we get the Agya Chakra working so much is this, that we think as a reaction to anything outside. We react to everything. I see here all these lamps. I can react by saying, from where did they get all these? How much it must have cost? Where are they kept all the year round? All kinds of things. I can react. This reaction comes from our conditioning or from our ego. Egoistical people are extremely sensitive. If you give them, say, something that they think is not very dignified, they can feel hurt. They can feel hurt for anything, because they have a consciousness that they are something special, something higher people, and one should behave with them when they are dealing with anyone. And that's how they get absolutely disturbed if they find anybody in any way degrading them. This comes from ego. Ego is a part and parcel of the Sangha movement. And the second one is your conditioning. Now you have a conditioning. Say you are an Indian. Now the conditioning is that a person who comes to meet you should touch your feet, supposing. That's your relationship. And the person doesn't touch your feet, then you are angry. Anything like that, which is your conditioning, gives you an idea that you are being insulted or in any way you have not been respected, then you feel bad. The other reactions of ego are like this. As I said, I see those lamps and I can say, why not I have it? Or if I have them, why will I give it to anyone? Ego reactions are there, or conditioning reactions are there. These two were to be finished, and that was done by the sacrifice of the life of Christ. Christ himself was a divine person. And a divine person is like the sea, because it remains at the 0 point, at the lowest point. It does all work from that point. It will make clouds, it will make rain, and when all the rivers are in space, they'll run into the sea. Because the sea remains at the lower point. So humility is one of the criteria of a Sahajayoga. A person who doesn't have humility cannot be called Sahajayoga. I have seen even Sahajyogis get very angry. Sometimes start shouting and getting angry and misbehaving. That's the sign that he is not yet a Sahajayogi, he has to still mature. So, this humility of a person will give you more stationary, I would say, more permanent state by which you will not react. You will not react. You look at anything, you react. But then you don't react, you just watch. And that is how the new state or witness state comes into. When you become the witness, you are just watching, not reacting, not thinking about it, but you are in the present. And in the present you just watch and really enjoy it. The enjoyment of all the creation is not within your mind when you are thinking. And when you are not thinking, the whole enjoyment of the beauty of all this creation reflects in you and gives you tremendous joy and peace.